Dear students, today we are going to start mathematical logic exercise 1.3. Question number 4. Write converse, inverse and contrapositive of the following statements. So some statements are given in question number 4. You have to write their converse, inverse and contrapositive. So first I'll explain what is converse. For any given statement, if it is started from if, then using if and then any statement is given, so you have to convert first it in symbolic form. So its symbolic form will be P conditional Q in two statements, P conditional Q. So for the converse you have to write symbolic form like this, P conditional Q. For the converse you have to reverse the statement, means if we write Q to P, so it is converse of the statement. Given statement is in the form of P conditional Q, so your converse will be Q conditional P. It is definition of converse. So what is inverse? For the inverse, if we use in the given statement negation on both sides, means if it is the main statement is P conditional Q, and then we apply negation P conditional negation Q, then it is known as inverse. And last one, contrapositive. For the what is contrapositive? So for the contrapositive, we write given statement in the reverse order, means Q conditional P, and applying negation on both sides, then we get contrapositive. Like this, negation Q conditional negation P. So this is the contrapositive. So you have to take one by one. For question number 4, all the sub questions taking one by one and explain it in the form of converse, inverse and contrapositive. Like English grammar, suppose one statement or one sentence is given and you have to convert into many different forms. Similarly, in mathematical logic, one statement is given and you have to convert in three different forms. So what are these three different forms? Converse, inverse and contrapositive. But one more thing here, you do not think about the statement, means statement is true or statement is false. Do not think about the statement. What is given, you have to convert that statement in the symbolic form, means P conditional Q, and then apply these rules. And these rules are already explained in the previous lecture. So you can refer previous lecture for the same exercise, exercise 1.3. Many rules and explanations are given in the previous lecture also. So now we start today question 4 first. So see what is question 4 first. If x is less than y, then x square is less than y square, provided that x, y belongs to R, means real numbers. So we should consider P, x is less than y. P for first part, x is less than y. And Q for x square is less than y square. So if P is x is less than y and Q is x square is less than y square, then what is the symbolic form of the given statement? So symbolic form of the given statement, if and then. It is used if and then, if then. So for if then using single arrow. So symbolic form will be P conditional Q. So P conditional Q, after that using converse definition. So what is the converse definition? For the after symbolic form you have to write first its converse. Dear students, its converse, here you have to write its converse. Okay, one mistake here in spelling. So its converse Q conditional P. and its a verbal form. If x square is less than y square, then x is less than y. This is known as converse of the statement. Its inverse is negation P, conditional negation Q. Now translate it into verbal form. So verbal form will be if x is greater or equal to y, then x square is greater or equal to y square. And third one, it's contrapositive negation Q, conditional negation P. If x square is greater or equal to y square, then x is greater or equal to y. This is contrapositive. So write down here, it's always you have to write it's. Directly you can say converse is this, inverse is this, and contrapositive is this, and write their verbal form. Means symbolically, if x square is less than y square, then x is less than y. This is converse. If x is greater or equal to y, then x square is greater or equal to y square, inverse. And for contrapositive, if x square is greater or equal to y square, then x is greater or equal to y. So your first question is completed now. Now see question number second. Second part is a family becomes literate if the woman in it is literate. A family becomes literate if the woman in it is literate. So what is the first part of the statement? Let P for the woman in it is literate. The woman in it, it means here family. The woman in the family is literate. Now see this, if the woman in it is literate means this is the first part of the statement, because if started from here, if the woman in it is literate, then a family becomes literate. You have to read like this from the beginning. For the symbolic form, you should start the reading of your statement from here, from if. If the woman in the family is literate, then a family becomes literate. It is correct. So you have to write for P, the woman in it is literate, it means family. For Q, a family becomes literate. So symbolic form will be P conditional Q, and its converse is Q to P, Q conditional P. So what will be the verbal form of Q conditional P? The verbal form of Q conditional P is if a family becomes literate, then the woman in it is literate. This is the converse. For the inverse, its inverse is negation P, conditional negation Q. Its verbal form, if the woman in the family is not literate, then the family does not become literate, because negation used on both sides according to inverse rule. So we should write like this statement. And the third one, it's contrapositive. So contrapositive is negation Q to negation P. Its verbal form, if a family does not become literate, then the woman in the family is not literate. So you have to write like this: converse, contrapositive, and inverse, or converse, inverse, contrapositive. And one more thing which is important for you, sometimes in exam order will be different. Order will be different means they can ask in the order converse, contrapositive, inverse, or inverse, converse, contrapositive, or contrapositive, inverse, converse. Means they can ask in any order. So you have to write in the same order, means according to the question paper or according to the question which is provided in the exam. You have to write in the same sequence, same order. Do not change your order. According to the question paper, you have to go. Okay, here it was converse, inverse, and contrapositive. So it is written here converse, inverse, and contrapositive form. and this is very important topic in the mathematical logic for any board exam or any competitive exams. Now see third one, if surface area decreases then pressure increases. If surface area decreases then pressure increases. So its answer, let P for surface area decreases and Q for pressure increases. It's a symbolic form of the given statement P conditional Q. So symbolic form of this given statement is P conditional Q. Okay. So what will be the converse of the statement? For the converse we refer Q conditional P. So its a symbolic form is, if pressure increases then the surface area decreases, and for the inverse, negation P conditional negation Q, and then using negation means not on both sides. So if the surface area does not decrease then the pressure does not increase. For contrapositive, negation Q conditional negation P. If pressure does not increase then the surface area does not decrease. Only use not. Use not. So it is present indefinite tense. So you have to write in the same format. Use does not only for the negations. And for the converse, you have to write only in the form of if then. If pressure increases, then the surface area decreases. So it is already written here. It is first form converse, second form inverse, and third form contrapositive. Okay, you understood this question? Okay, very good. Now see question number 4th. If voltage increases, then current decreases. If voltage increases, then current decreases. Let P for voltage increases and Q for current decreases. So what is the symbolic form of the given statement? So according to its rule, symbolic form of the given statement is P conditional Q, means using single arrow in between P and Q. So what will be the converse of the statement? You know very well, according to the rule, converse of the given statement is Q conditional P. After writing Q conditional P, what you have to write here? So after writing Q conditional P, you have to write its verbal form. So what will be the verbal form for Q? Current decreases, but already single arrow used in between them. So we should start any statement from if. We write here, if current decreases, then voltage increases. This is the converse. And for the inverse, negation P implies negation Q. Negation P implies negation of Q. Means in the inverse, only use negation on both sides, remaining part as it is. Only use negation. What will be new term? Negation and negation. Only use negation. Negation of P and negation of Q. In between them, conditional. What you have to write? Conditional. So negation P, conditional, negation Q. So now write down verbal form. So negation of P. So if voltage does not increase, then current does not decrease. Because negation here and negation here, so we use does not on both sides, and we should start our statement from if, means using if then, starting from if and adding from then. So if then, it is connective. In the mathematical logic, if then is known as connectives. So if I ask here, what are the connectives in logic? So your answer will be not, and, or, if, then, if and only if. There are 5 connectives in logic. Okay. Now see its third part, contrapositive. So for the contrapositive, negation Q, conditional negation P. Negation Q, conditional negation P means just a reverse of inverse, reverse order of the inverse, or you can say using negation in the reverse of given statement, means in any way you have to learn it. So negation Q implies negation P. So what will be the verbal form of the given statement? If current does not decrease, then voltage does not increase. Okay, see once again, if current does not decrease, then voltage does not increase. So there are only four questions in question number 4, but these four questions are very important, or you can say most important for any competitive exam or any board exam. And one more thing, this is the simple statement. Simple form means directly you have to write converse, inverse, and contrapositive. Sometimes in the competitive exams, they ask like of the write the converse of the inverse, write the inverse of the contrapositive, write the inverse of the converse. Sometimes means in the competitive exam they can ask by twisting of the statements. So do not focus on the truth value of the statement. See once again, first you have to write given statement in the two different statements in P and Q. After that, you have to translate given statement in the symbolic form, right? Symbolic form means P conditional Q. For the converse, we write it in the reverse order. We write it in the reverse order, means we replace if and then. We replace if and then and start from if. Reverse order, Q conditional P for the converse. For the inverse, we write negation in the given statement. Negation in the given statement means negation P, conditional negation Q. Only use not, or you can say negation, according to logic on both sides, or you can say in both the statements use not according to grammar. And contrapositive, for the contrapositive, using negation Q implies or conditional negation P. Negation Q, conditional negation P means single implication here. To use not and start from if. It is also reverse order of the given statement and using not on both sides or both statements in both statements. So this is the rule of converse, inverse and contrapositive of the given statements, and this one is very important. So hope you will learn all rules, means negation rules, conversion rules means De Morgan's law, associative law, distributive law, identity law, complement laws, etc. After that, truth tables also you have to practice well, all truth tables, equivalences, tautology, contradiction, neither, or you can say contingency. Neither or contingency, contingency or neither are same. That is mixed, TF or T, one time T mixed and remaining are FFFF. Then you can say it is contingency or neither. So these are the rules of the conversion for the truth tables, and equivalences in the logical table are also important. After that, you have to learn these rules. Negative means converse, inverse and contrapositive. After that, one more rule, apply the negation by laws or apply the negation by rules. So you can explain by negation laws, by negation rules, any given statement or any given mathematical statement, verbal statement, or symbolic statement. So sometimes symbolic, sometimes verbal. Okay. So if you like the video, so please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.